There is one note that reigns supreme in the blues. If you want to see what that note is, hang out to find out. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to play it across the blues backing track, and I'm just going to hit this note interval an absolute ton. So see if you can guess what it is, then we'll talk about what it is and how we use it after the solo. Right, so if you guess which note it is, now when I'm talking about note, what I mean really is interval, okay? The note's going to change, obviously, depending on the key you're in. The intervals don't change. Now, the interval that is the strongest note, it is, drum roll please, Big Jim. Yeah, it's the major third. So the major third is the king of intervals. It's the king of intervals because it's the one that's the most unique to the chord. Now let me explain that. Let me take a G7 chord here. Now the major third is convenient located here, right in the middle of the chord. It's dead easy to see. It's right under your second finger. So in this case it's the fourth fret of the G string. So in the key of G, the major third is a B note. Obviously that changes depending on the key, right? And why is it so unique? Well, let's think about it, right? If I'm playing other notes, let's say I'm playing the G note, right? And you might think the G note, well, that's pretty strong in a G chord, right? But the G note is actually in the C chord as well. Think of a C chord, the G note's in it. So when I'm playing the G note, it's not clear whether I'm playing actually in the G chord, the G tonality, or the C tonality. But if I'm playing this note, it could only be in the G chord. That's why the major third is unique. It's stronger. Yeah, you got it right. It's stronger than the root note. So outlining that clearly indicates you're playing over that chord, right? Now, when I go to the C chord, right, for the same reason I play the major third of the C. It's unique to the chord. It makes it very clear I'm playing a C chord tonality, and not a G or not a D, right, which is also the other chords in a G7 blues. Now the major third over the C chord, again I'm seeing this chord, right, and I'm seeing this note here, and often I'll slide into it from a semitone below that minor third to major third. So far over the G we've got, yeah, I might come back to the root, over the C, yeah, and I might go over the D. I'm going to do the same as over the C because it's the same shaped chord. Then, so mostly the noodling that I did, I was outlining those major thirds. So I might have started something like this, right? So there, what I'm doing is I'm starting on the major third, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm hitting that first on beat 1. I'm also sliding here from the flat 5 into the 5. Yeah. And I'm finishing on that major third. So I'm very strongly expressing the major third. Then what I might do is I might go up, say, G major pentatonic. I might go, you know, it's a bit BB King. So that I'm going major third, 5, 6, root, yeah? But you can just think of it as the major pentatonic. But I'm going also from a strong note, a strong interval, the third, to another strong interval, the root, yeah? And then what I did at some point is I would have worked up here. So I'm seeing this major third here. There's my G. The major third is there, look. Do, re, mi, yeah? And I'm going root, 2, minor third, major third. So over the G, I've got 2 major thirds I'm looking at. This one, then this one. Now when I'm on this one, I might go up to, I might see this little D-shaped chord here. I think I did that at some point. And there I'm just thinking, it's root major third down a semitone. It's dead simple stuff, but it sounds very, very strong. So now I'm kind of thinking this major third is connected to here, and this major third is connected to this chord here. And that brings me up into position 4. There's another major third there. So I'm finding these major thirds all over the place. But for me, the one that's the most obvious is that one. So let me play over the first 4 bars again. Go nuts on those major thirds that I've just done in the way I've done it so you can see it again. So that was really major third heavy, and that's why it sounded good, right? Now let's move on to the C chord, the 4 chord. So I'm going to play over that so you can see me going major third heavy with that. The major third on the C chord, I'm going to be doing a lot, is that. Now I'm also going to see this C note, and I'm seeing that major third there. I'm going to do that kind of brown-eyed girl thing. So I'm going to outline this, and then that over the C chord now. So nice and simple. I just did that, you know. Again, it's major third heavy. And then I'm going back to G. Now when the D chord comes, yeah, C, then I'm going back to there, then back to G. So I'm really thinking about these chords as I'm moving through them, right? So hopefully that's given you a really good structure, right, for playing around with major thirds. You really need to be able to see major thirds all over the neck. I'm just giving you a flavour of it really and showing you easy ways to find it. But a lot of the time I'm just seeing them in bar chords, or I'm seeing them in any chord really. So I think of that G7 chord. The major third is there. Maybe this G7, this G7 here. Or this G7, major third's there. Yeah, I might see this G7, major thirds there. So a lot of the time playing out a chord is such a strong thing to do, because the chords are just giving you all those money notes to hit. So just find those major thirds all over the neck. And the other thing I'm thinking is just a little relationship. There's a root, I go down a string and back a fret, and there I've got major third, major third, major third, major third. B string's a bit of a pain in the neck, so I've got to go, because it's tuned differently. That's a major third there. And then where's the last one there? Yeah, so I'm finding these little shapes all over the place. So it's a combination of shapes, chords, pentatonic scales, seeing it in different ways, and following the chords. And that's going to just make you sound really cool. So get those thirds nailed. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always. Please hit that bell notification, makes a difference because my videos spring up. You know, really trying to grow the channel. Catch you next time.